Hello, my name's Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about what God asks from you the most, what He looks forward to in the most in His children, and one of the things that He expects from you the absolute most. So, this is a pretty simple one. God likes consistency, but His children are not consistent. So, I don't pre-write prayers down, although I do remember certain prayers to be able to teach them in my shorts. So, if you like to put Bible verses in the actual comment section, it is much more helpful than me pulling up the Bible in front of you guys at the moment because I'm on a timed video. So I actually have the Bible on me, but it's not as helpful because multiple reasons. It's dark. I'm not just bluffing, guys. I actually have my Bible with me, but the biggest thing is God asks consistency from you guys. And that's the biggest, it's the biggest problem. It is the biggest problem. So when you guys are looking for help, when you're looking for solutions, when you're looking for just basically help out of your situation, elevation to a new situation, a lot of people are just not consistent. Even the most consistent people will slip in their consistency because they don't know if it's correct or not. And you can be a consistent person, but still have areas that you have to be consistent in. A very strange balance and combination. But for the people who look for the help the most, and I'm thinking because I can't generalize consistency with everyone. Everyone has a different level of consistency. So for the people who are just flat out inconsistent, that'll ruin you. God doesn't like lukewarm Christians. He doesn't like lukewarm followers. His lukewarm followers, that's the thing. There are people who are far away from God and it appears that they're doing well when God has just kind of is just using them for a different plan. But for His actual children, He'll press them. He'll actually press them. He'll literally like an iron. And it'll make them hot and it'll make them warm and steamy and make them want to freak out. So God does this because He's making you confide in Him more, and He's filtering out people who should and shouldn't get blessings. Let me tell you, in organic chemistry in college, that was a weed out class. Oh, organic chemistry 1 and 2. Absolutely. I was dyslexic. It was my clairvoyance on paper. I look at the compounds on the paper, and the compounds would just move around. And I'm like, I thought I was tripping. I tried to explain it to the teacher, and there actually were some clairvoyant people in my class that, this is really interesting. Now looking back on it, I remember talking to certain people who were gifted now that I look back, and I'm like, they say that they saw the compounds moving around in the right, where they're supposed to go, because in organic chemistry, the compounds actually move around. You can pull up a computer, and that's how you can see how they interact. Some people had the gift of seeing it move around. I just saw it like dancing. I don't know if they knew what they were doing. I think they just had the gift and they didn't know, so the class was just easy for them. And I'm like, what the? So imagine if that was studied in schools. But basically, what God asks from you is for you to be consistent. Because what happens? He'll give you a very, very a strenuous challenge or a strenuous test, and the reward is beyond extreme. Do you guys know what you go through before you get a winning lottery ticket? Do you know what kind of mental hell you go through? Do you know what kind of just a lot? It could be a small one or a big one, and that's one thing I suggest is isolation at that point, because certain people will accidentally, even the closest people to you, will accidentally add water to your glass that didn't need to be added. It's unfortunate, but it does happen. But the best thing you have to know is to be consistent is to confide in the Lord. So step into the Lord's pavilion. I do recommend for people, and I know when people are doing it or not. So I say meditate for 30 minutes a day by looking at a picture of Jesus. I think 75% of people don't do it. And then when they ask for help, God is less inclined to give them help because they know the answer for the help. So one, it's a lack of obedience. And you don't have to do it, but if that was the remedy to taking care of all your problems, then that will do it. Like literally, that would. I mean, if it's not, if you have to work on way other things behind. I'm thinking like vitamins and stuff. Too many visions at once. Ow. Just got. Okay, basically, because I can't categorize it. Anytime I have a video where it's more general, I'll have like 1,000 visions at once. So I see vitamins, I see supplements, I see friend interactions, I see bad foods, I see packaged goods, I see a whole bunch. So it depends, whatever in your situation. So what will happen is you meditate on Jesus and you give him your time. 30 minutes a day is very good. And then he'll start pointing you, just leading you to other things. I'm seeing foods, for example. A lot of you, foods are your biggest problem. Yeah, foods. So you're having, you lack certain vitamins. I mean, a lot of you don't know that, for example, blood is not right. Or like, let's just say your blood sugar is low and you feel crazy. Let's just say your blood, I mean, you have to do a liver detox and you feel certain things and you don't know that everything is fully physical. I mean, sometimes it's physical, but you can't find out unless Jesus points you to it. So my suggestions is to make going into the Bible fun. Make it a fun thing to go in the Bible. Like, okay, because basically, I'm gonna give you guys a secret in this video. Yeah, this is a secret I can give. So the people who basically message me one-on-one, I can give them bigger secrets, but this is a big secret. Fine. This is an awesome secret. Any prayer that you pray, exactly 3 days after you pray the prayer, you will see the manifestation of the prayer in some way. It could be this big, 100% of the time. So if it's a bad prayer, you'll be on the very bad end of the prayer. So a lot of people do pray bad prayers. I'll talk more about that later. So what's a bad prayer? Oh, God, I see this person. Oh, he's doing, basically, she's doing so well that I'd like for you to make life hard for them because they're doing so well, so they appreciate you. And the intentions of the person was envy and jealousy and hatred, and the person has not done motivation on their part. So what God will do is he'll give the person a minor challenge, but he'll give them all the person's blessings and rewards, and any kind of energy that person had around them as a blessing, he'll pass it to them, because Psalm 109 basically states that that prayer has become sin. So you have to be careful with certain prayers, because if you're ill-wishing, it's called ill-wishing, it backfires. It comes back to you 7 times over. Depending on how hard you prayed that prayer, you'll live the prayer for the rest of your life. So that's that. Now, what does God ask for you to do is to be consistent, because a lot of you guys will do something when you start meditating with Jesus and you start meditating with different aspects of things that have to do with God. For example, meditating on your financial situation, your love situation, etc. And you do it here, you do it there, you do it just however you want to do it. I'm gonna tell you guys, I teach stuff that works, and you guys try it once. And not you guys, but a lot of people who are not my YouTubers, for such as an example as TikTokers, will try it once, and it'll work once, but they won't do it again. So they'll try 100,000 other things, and they'll never try that one thing again, ever again, ever again. And I'm too many visions. Lord, it's not even a full moon. It looks like a book. My visions look like a book now. It's just like opening and scrolling through pages. Great. My third eye must have cracked open because I'm seeing extra now. I'll talk about that in the future. Your third eyes can open more. I see angels, just extra angels that I normally don't see, just standing there staring at me. And smiles on their faces, but I was gonna say I see cats running up to me in my third eye, but that's an actual real cat, so great. It's a black cat too. Like, oh cool. I'll show you guys if it comes around, but the biggest thing God would like from you is consistency, because lack of consistency is hurtful. So you know one thing that works, for example, the Jesus water. I tell you guys to write Jesus on the side of the glass of water. Do it forever. I mean, same thing with it. This is why I keep seeing visions of supplements. if you're consistent with the supplement for the rest of your life with it, you're going to get all of its benefits, but the second you stop is when you stop getting its benefits. If you have armor that goes over your chest, maybe a crystal, for example, and it's a plate and it keeps away all evil, and you're tired of wearing it, or you just want to see some kind of better change from the armor, and you take off the armor to look for new armor, then you have no armor now. Like, it's that simple. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. God bless all of you. Ciao.